Right, okay, I've just edited this entire video. It turns out it's ridiculously long. So what I've done is I've spent the last literally like hour, 2 hours just going through the entire video and timestamping literally every section. I've broken it down with loads of little things like cinematic vlogs and extra bits that kind of help you just to enjoy the video and not kind of see it as one big block of time. So if you want to go into the description or look at the timeline below, you can just skip ahead to the parts you want to watch, get the bits you're not really interested in, and just get the most out of this video that you can. I'd really appreciate a like, really appreciate a subscribe. I've got loads of videos on this channel that aim to like motivate you, inspire you to be the best version of yourself and just help you in general life. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. See you in a bit. Bye. So I've written 3 drafts, almost basically finished it, slept on it, and now I'm going to completely restart the entire personal statement. Where to begin? Where to begin? Right, so over the last sort of, I want to say 3 weeks to a month, I've been writing my personal statement for the UCAS application where you apply to one of the universities you want to go through. And it was fine, it started off really well. I've written 3 drafts so far, taking in all of the feedback, comments and all of that from all of my teachers. And I'd crafted an essay that I was pretty happy with. And I was only 1 character over the 4,000 limit. I was on 4,001 characters out of 4,000. So I literally just had to take out a single character somewhere and I would have been done. Then I slept on it, I woke up, I reread it, and now I'm going to completely restart. So that's today. Let's go. Okay, right, it's not actually as tragic as I'm making it sound. In fact, that is my current personal statement. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right, you actually can't see that at all. There we go. This is my personal statement. That, though, is the one that I'm going to kind of completely scrap. I'm not going to scrap it entirely, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to take aspects of that and implement them into the new one to make like an all-round just better one. And it is now the time. It is now 4:47. I don't know if you can see that. 4:47. I'm going to bed about 9 because I'm getting up tomorrow morning to go on a drive because my test is on Thursday. Yeah, so I've got 5 hours to completely rewrite my entire personal statement, but I've teamed up with this company called UniRise and they offer this complete course on writing your personal statement and getting into the university that you want to get into, your dream university as such. So what I'm going to be doing for this entire 5 hours is trialing the entirety of their course and rewriting my personal statement. And if the course is good, I'm going to be linking it in the description below for you to go and check it out, and I'll also be making an entire video on exactly what it is and how it's going to help you. But I'm going to get started. I'm on a very tight schedule and I'm going to completely restart my personal statement. Let's go. About an hour and 15 minutes in, and I'm already questioning the courses that I want to study. How peak is that? But to be fair, the course so far has been extremely helpful. It's kind of really made me aware of everything that I need to consider that I was less aware of before, and I'm regretting because I've only got 2 weeks left. In hindsight, it would have been good to have this course when I actually first started looking. Yeah, but we're moving. We're about a third of the way through the course, or initial contents of the course, and yeah, it's basically exploring how to find the courses that you want to study, like deep dive into exactly what you want to do at university and what you want from it. It basically just explores everything to do with university and why you want to go, why you don't, etc. Helps you to make your decision on the courses that you want to study and then eventually lock those in to begin starting on your personal statement. Now obviously I've already got a pretty good idea of what I want to study. I'm thinking mechanical engineering with a bit of automotive or design engineering. But yeah, I'm a bit torn now. I'm going to spend the next kind of 40 minutes just going over all the courses, making sure I know exactly which ones I want to do, and then I'm going to crack on with the remainder of the personal statement stuff. So let's go again. Right, we're back. Last hour's been good. Basically, I've had a deep dive into all of the different courses, especially actually the courses at Southampton, which I wasn't really aware of as much. Imperial, I've kind of ruled out design engineering and gone with mechanical engineering because it has optional modules in business aspects and things like that. Also loads of exciting side projects. The course of engineering at Cambridge has really become more appealing because you have loads of business modules, you have a massive range of external projects that you can work on to kind of boost everything to do with engineering basically. But I've also devised now sort of criteria for what I want from a university. So from the degree, what I want to be able to do is work on and design innovative technologies or vehicles, gain experience in business and management for starting my own company, gain strong links with industry and experience in the working world so that I can have that 4 to 5 year period after graduation of industry work before I start my own company, should I not have started it by then already. And then also an option for a year abroad, although that one's not as important, but ideal if I'm going to somewhere less prestigious than Cambridge, because I really want to make the most of my time there. And then from the actual university, I really want an inspiring setting, a vibrant nightlife, strong social community and social life, and decent sport facilities. That's like the main things. And I've compiled a mini table and I'm slowly working through it to fill it all in, to basically assess whether each of those universities has it. And that's that. If you can see that, yeah. So I've got a table with all of it, and then there's the criteria. And there you go. And that's all that. But I think that's more to do after I've actually applied and sent off my personal statement, because basically I'm pretty set on 4 universities. I'm set on Cambridge, Imperial, Bath and Southampton. I'm like 90% sure that's where I want to go, and I'm like 90% sure on the topics now as well, which is really critical for writing your personal statement and all of that, as explained in the UniRise guide that I've been using to kind of work my way through this process. Essentially, I know the engineering at Cambridge is like the overall just covers everything and is like has the most breadth basically, and is really in depth in all of it. It's obviously got an incredible workload, but I think I can manage that, and like the prospects are pretty good, and it comes with obviously the prestige and all that. But then also mechanical with automotive at Bath, because it allows me to work on those vehicles and innovative technologies whilst also fueling the mechanical side, and then also the same at Southampton. But I've finally kept integrated design at Bath as open as an option, because it has a lot to offer basically, and really sets me up for starting my own ventures after or post graduation. So yeah, that's that. Now I think I'd better just crack on with the personal statement, because it's almost 7 o'clock. I'm going to bed in 2 hours and I haven't even started that, so I'm going to use the rest of the UniRise guide to try and smash that. I'm not sure I'll get it all done today, but I'll continue over to the next video. So let's hit another time lapse. Let's go. Right, okay, the time is now, hold on, there we go. The time is now 10 past 8, and we haven't progressed a huge amount. I've been deliberating over what to include in my introductory paragraph for the last hour. We haven't even finished the introduction, so that's going great. But the introduction thus far is a massive improvement over any of the other paragraphs that I'd had before, or any of the other introductions that I'd had before. I've actually, if you check my UniFrog, which is what we use for the personal statement, I've actually had 20 versions of my introductory paragraph before this. Actually 21, you can see that there, version 21, which is just absolutely mental, and this is already by far the best, so that's a good sign. But I'm hoping I can have ironed it out and made sure it's solid before the end of the day, and then tomorrow, over the next week, over the next 2 weeks, I can just focus on all of the rest and continue through the UniRise course of writing your personal statement. Definitely recommend it so far, but we're going to have to just see how the rest of the course pans out. Yeah, so let's go and do another hour. It's now 9 o'clock. I'm gonna be a bit quieter because I'm pretty sure half of my family's asleep. But it's gone well. It's gone very well. I've just written the first paragraph, the introduction. But I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to take this long. My mocks are next week, and I expect I'm going to be working on this the entirety of this week, which means I don't have time for revision. This is bad news, so I'm going to have to somehow incorporate both whilst I also practice for my driving test on Thursday. It's going to be tricky. I'm getting up tomorrow morning at 6 AM to go on another drive to practice my test. Then I'm going to get home from school. I'm going to crack on with the last bit of homework that I have, some physics revision, and then for the last couple of hours of my day, oh, I forgot about the gym. Then I'll probably go to the gym, and then at about 8, I'll do another hour or 2 of this, and then the next morning I'll do it all again until we get to Thursday where I'll have my test, hopefully pass that, and then I can focus more on revision and statement. So I'll probably see you again tomorrow. See you in a bit. school. Right, we're back. This is now day 2 of writing this personal statement. So last couple of days have been a bit more hectic. I've had a lot of driving practice from the test that is in 2 days. Less than that, literally like a day and a half, because 8 AM. It's now, what, like 6:30? So the time is now 6:30, 20 to 7 actually. I haven't actually had another chance to go over the personal statement until now, because I've been getting up about 5, 6 every morning to do work and drive to get used to the morning feel for when I have my test on Thursday. But then just loads of revision in the evening, like loads. So yeah, we're gonna hit it again. We're gonna go straight back into it. Time lapse now. I'm gonna answer a few emails first, get all of that done, and then hit the personal statement straight away. Let's go. Right, lads, we're back. It's now 8:35, so we've been going like an hour and 45. I'm getting slowly closer, but I like properly questioned my introduction that I wrote 2 days ago. I properly questioned that again and literally spent like an hour rewriting it, only to go back to the original because I reread the original, thought it was better than what I'd rewritten. Does that make sense? And then I've been going over all of the topic paragraphs, or like the main body of the personal statement, trying to craft those into how the course recommends, but also how my teachers have said that is going to be best. But honestly, knowing exactly what you want to say, like what links together, what you want to put into the paragraphs, but not knowing how to actually write that or how to say that in a precise way with the limited characters is the most jarring thing. And it can be so tedious because you're just stuck staring at the same screen for like half an hour, retyping the same word for literally the whole time. So I took a 5-minute break quick to make myself a shake because I'm starving, and then I'm going to do another hour or so before I wake up. No, before I go to bed, because I'm getting up again early. Yeah, so let's go again. Okay, it's now 20 to 10. I was meant to be in bed at 9:30, and I've done literally, like, there has been zero progression the entire time. It's been 3 hours and I've basically just reversed back to what I had before on every single thing that I've done. I've got a week and 2 days, but a week and 3 days before I have to hand it in. See you in a bit. Yes, I mean, you can already tell from my voice that this last week has not been a great week. So, where do we begin? Well, obviously, we left off on me writing my personal statement. I think we left it on quite a negative note. I think I'd spent about 3 hours on it and nothing was quite going to plan. Luckily, that has changed, but I left it off on Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember which, but a lot has happened since then. So you might recall that when I last checked in, I was practicing for my driving test. I was getting up at 5 AM, 6 AM, practicing. I was going out after school. I was taking mock tests and doing everything that I could to succeed in that test. The test came along yesterday morning, 8 AM. I got there an hour earlier. I got there at 7 AM, drove there, did everything I could to prepare. I had like a tiny bit of coffee, a focus drink to help stimulate me, to calm my nerves, but also to get me in the zone. I looked over all of the notes of everything that I'd failed on before. I did all of that, and then I got in the car, everything was good, and the roundabouts, I still don't know quite what happened. I was in the middle lane, turning off right at the 3rd exit. I was in the right lane, I was carrying on. I thought I was in the wrong lane, so I took a turn. I said to the examiner I was taking that turn because I thought it was unsafe to carry on. Turns out it was completely safe to carry on. I was doing the right thing and I turned wrong and caused someone to slow down, and I failed my test. Hence why I can now not drive. Luckily I managed to rebook a test for December, but yeah, that wasn't the greatest moment. It was a bit disheartening, I'll be honest. It really demotivated me the entire day. I got home and just collapsed in bed. My friend had passed the day before, which is great because obviously I can drive with him now, but it's just a bit peak because I can't drive myself. But yeah, anyway, I'm slowly coming to the terms of the fact that I have failed and I'm just going to keep going, and next time I'm going to smash it. Then I got ill because on the day of my test I didn't sleep at all during the night, and I'd gone to sleep with a really sore throat, woke up and just felt awful, hence my voice today. But yeah, we moved. Oh, also, the mocks next week are very soon, and my revision hasn't gone strong because I was focusing on driving in my personal statement. Yeah. Yes, anyway, personal statement. Back to the main topic of this video. So, after the driving test, I came home, obviously died for a bit, and then went to maths at my other school. Did that, came home, I did actually
do some personal statement, I had a meeting with my head of sixth form, and I kind of talked over what the course had said and everything that I'd done from the UniRise course, and he kind of agreed with everything. He said it was all really good, especially the introductory paragraph, which I'd crafted using UniRise. That was really good, and he really liked that. We kind of went over everything to change, how to cut it down, and how to integrate everything, because like you saw on the last check-in, I was kind of struggling to craft exactly what I was going to say. I knew what I wanted to say and what I wanted to include, but I couldn't craft that into words. So I spoke to my advisor, or my head of sixth form, and we kind of sat down, looked at what I wanted to include, looked at what the universities were looking for, with help from the UniRise course, to really define the path that I was going to go on with this personal statement. I walked away from that meeting with all of the advice, and I finished the next draft of my personal statement. It was about 264 characters over, and I had to cut all of my extracurricular stuff, but I'd done it in a way that it didn't really matter that I'd cut that, because I kind of shown my personality throughout, and I'll show you the end of my actual personal statement at the end of this, at the end of this video. It'll be my final personal statement. But yeah, I took away from all that advice, but I was still 500 characters over. So today I kind of went into school again, and in my supervised study periods, I really just nailed down everything. I made everything into a really concise form, eliminated all of the unnecessary conjunctives and connecting phrases and unnecessary adjectives and all of that, to kind of eliminate as many characters as I possibly could. And I'm now 69 characters over the 4,000. I'm on 4,069 characters out of 4,000, and it is proving very difficult to eliminate the rest. I think I'm going to have to just cut out a sentence somewhere, and it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to try and just do it in a way that I can manipulate the sentences so that I can do it, if that makes sense. But yeah, basically this week's been such a roller coaster of events. So there's so many points in this week that I could have just been like, okay, no, I'm going to stop, I'm going to quit because I can't be bothered, it's all going horribly wrong. But I haven't. Perseverance, positive attitude, we're going to get it. I might have failed my driving test, I might have potentially failed my mocks, I might have not been able to write my personal statement for half of the week, but no, positive attitude. I'm going to pass my driving test in a few months, I'm going to pass the mocks, I'm going to do well in the mocks, and I'm going to get a good personal statement. Yeah, anyway, let's get on with that. Okay, let's go.
I don't know where I am, I don't know where you take me, I don't know where you take me. I just follow your trail, and I'm losing your mind, and I'm losing your head. Let me escape from this unlove, cause I'm a prison.
Right, I have finished the personal statement draft. I will show you that at another time, but I'm just about to go, and I've got 10 minutes before my friend's picking me up to take me out for a meal with the boys, so yeah, I'm about to go get ready for that. 10 minutes is not long to get ready, so see you in a bit. Bye. That was last Friday, it is now Tuesday. A lot of stuff has happened. If you watched my last video, it's been the hell of a week, but I finished my personal statement. I wrote the entire draft, the new draft, volume 5, I think. Everything was ready, I was about to send it off until I got my feedback from this other UCAS advisor from the UniRise course. He's saying that we're a very long way off finishing and that it's got a lot more work to do. It is now Tuesday, I have mocks the whole of this week. I've had 4 already and I've got 3 left, and I have to hand it in on Friday. Time is now 3:40 on the 22nd. We're about to sit down and absolutely blast it. So let's go. Despite being ill, I've written a completely new draft in the last hour. I'm on 4,018 characters out of 4,000. The time is now 5 o'clock, so actually I've been working for about an hour and 20. I've got a meeting at 6:30 with a UCAS advisor from the UniRise team who's going to go over it with me, look at it, see if it's an improvement over the prior one, and basically see if it's ready to go. If it's ready to go, I will be insanely happy because I can get that out of the way, I can start working on everything else, and it will just be a big weight off my mind. So we'll just have to see, I guess. Right, I don't know if my camera just died. I just had a meeting for about 45 minutes to an hour with the UniRise advisor, and it was a really helpful meeting. But again, having written another draft, I'm back to about, not quite square one, but there's a lot of stuff that I need to change. We've been through it all, we've analysed the document. The intro's good, the ending's good. Quite a lot of the central body of text is good, but a lot of it's vague and a lot of it's not quite necessary and not conveying my actual interest in the subject. Because at the moment, basically, it reads like I'm trying to prove that I've got skills to be an engineer rather than proving I've got a passion for the subject. And that's hard for me to do because I've been wired to show that I have the skills to be able to be good at something, rather than wired to show direct passion for a specific subject, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I've got to do. I've got to kind of like block out my mental thoughts and write what the UCAS advisors are going to be looking for. So it's now 9:30. I'm going to be getting up at 6 AM and doing that. So see you in the morning. Yay. Okay, change of plans. I just watched the entire Tesla Battery Day announcements and presentations, and it was mad. It was mental. But obviously it's now like midnight, so I'm not going to get up at 6. I'm going to go up at 7:30. See you then. Right, time is now 11 o'clock exactly. I've just finished the next draft. Hopefully we're getting to near the end of the drafts now. Hopefully this is going to be at least the final structure of the final piece. I'm going to speak to him later about it. I'm going to send it over to him, get some feedback, see if there's anything I need to improve on it. And then hopefully there won't be much and I can just send it off. But my exam is in an hour and 50 minutes. I'm going to probably do a bit of revision for that, get that done, get home. Yeah, let's go. Yes! Hold on. Alexa, stop. Right, basically, I just got the feedback back from the UCAS advisor on the UniRise team, and finally, I think we've smashed it. And I got the feedback back, and it was absolutely gassed because I'd changed my mindset. I'd changed it all and replaced it with everything the actual advisors wanted to hear rather than what I thought they wanted to hear. That makes sense. And we've got like obviously a few alterations to make, like grammar and all that, replace a few sentences, get it done. I think I have finally cracked the last draft. Only problem is none of my sixth form teachers have seen it. They'll probably see it and some of them might be like, oh wow, actually I would change this and go back to what you had before. I'm hoping they just agree. I think some of my teachers will really agree and will really go for it, and then some of them will be like, oh, did he? Maybe not. So I'm going to crack all of that on and then send it over. Right, I just had my final mock of the week and it was sick. I got up. Hold on. That's even worse. You know what? That is gonna have to do, I'm afraid. Yeah, I had the final mock of the day today. I got up at 5:30 because I hadn't really revised as much for it. I did 2 hours going through all of my cue cards and I only got through this fat stack of them. There's about, what, like 80 there or something like that. That took a while, took 2 hours. And then I went into school, had the mock exam. I felt it went pretty well. There was 1 6 marker that was just like, what? But the rest was like, good. All of the mocks this week have been decent. Seeing as I've been focusing on the personal statement, which is what this video is about, they've been good. So anyway, I come out of the mock and I go see my head of sixth form. I show him the personal statement. Everything's good. He thinks it's an improvement. He thinks it's good. So did my form tutor and a couple of other people I've showed it to. So I'm confident that now that is what I'm going to be handing in. I also sent it to my dad's cousin who's a copywriter to give me some feedback on like the grammatical side and all of that. Just checking it's actually a good personal statement, if you know what I mean. She sent me a video analysing it. I'm going to go over that. It's about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to make all of those minor adjustments and then send it off to UCAS. I haven't confirmed yet the courses that I'm going to send it off to, so the next, it's 11:10 now, the next kind of 4 or 5 hours I'm probably going to be doing that. Let's do it. Okay, right, the personal statement is ready to go. I'm now going to spend the next kind of like 4 hours making sure what I'm applying for is what I want to do for the next 4 years of my life. Yeah, and where I want to go, basically. At the moment, obviously, I've got 5 solid courses in my head, but 2 of them are at the same uni, and I think you can transfer from one of those courses into the other, and vice versa, in your first year. So, like, I could apply to one of them, and then if I got in, then decide which one I wanted to do, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to have a look to see if there's any other unis and any other courses that I would consider applying to, and if not, I'll just apply to 2 at the same uni at Bath. Yeah, I'm going to do that then. I'll probably just watch loads of videos, there's just student reviews, look at all the prospectuses, all of the course guides for the ones that I want to do. Make sure it's what I want to do, and then send it off. Nice. See you in a bit. Okay, right. I'll just do mine.
You can obviously say that, but then we then start talking about it.
Yeah, so I just like loads of lives, and I'm going over it with her now. We're looking at all the different unis. So I think at the moment, Bath's kind of dropped out of the out of the top 3 a little bit, and the bottom 4 that I've got to decide for the bottom 3 choices are Bath, Loughborough, Southampton, and Birmingham. Got the books, but yeah. Oh, Liz. Where you going now? Where you going? Out with the girlies.
Have you told everyone where you live? Hey guys, so I'm just blending in my concealer here. This is what it's like to be a YouTuber. Oh, you can see my ring light in the background.
But yeah, Liv. Right, well this is peak. I just finished all my options, and then the UCAS website decided to go down, so it's back in 3 days. I mean, it's alright because I got 3 more days to apply, but it's annoying because I'd finally figured it out. It was open literally like 5-10 minutes ago, and then as soon as I figure it out, it's shut, so I can't apply. So now I've got to wait a few days, which is annoying because I kind of want to get on with other stuff, but we move. This feature is disabled. Oh well. Right, okay. Yeah, it's now Sunday. I can't remember what the last time I checked in was. I think it was Friday. Over the weekend, UCAS went down and it said it would be back up Monday, so I took a break. But then I checked yesterday, Saturday, and it was back up, so I had a little extra look. But I've probably spent about 15 hours looking over all the courses and making sure what I wanted to do, and also the different colleges at Cambridge, because I didn't realise how many colleges there were and how different each one was. But I've come to the point where I've now finished everything. I know exactly what courses I want to do, where I want to do them. I've filled in my personal statement, all of my details on UCAS. The only thing that's left to do is send it off and pay. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to tell you exactly what courses I've applied to, or am applying to. So what we've got. So at Bath, I'm going to apply for Mechanical with Automotive Engineering, Birmingham Mechanical Engineering, Cambridge at St Catherine's College, and that was just General Engineering, Imperial College, and that's Mechanical Engineering, Southampton Mechanical with Automotive and a placement year. So basically for all of these, what the main focus for me was mechanical engineering with automotive, primarily automotive because I want to go into the automotive industry, like cars and all of that, and just because it's really sick. At Cambridge don't offer that, they only offer a general course, but you get a wider breadth of all the understanding of the different disciplines, so that's really nice. Imperial again don't offer automotive, but you can take on optional modules in automotive, and then all of them I'm going to attempt to get a placement year and or study abroad, but it's only Bath and Southampton that you actually have to specify that before you apply. The rest you can just transfer in, and even then I think at Southampton and Bath you can transfer in during your course, but it's usually after the 2nd or 3rd year that you do that. All of the courses that I've applied for are 4 years, but if I take on that placement in industry then it'll be 5 years. Did I say 5? Yeah, 4 then 5. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly send that off, and then I'm gonna show you my personal statement. Let's go. Okay, right, it's now Monday night. Yeah, first day back after the mock week. Having finished the entire personal statement, sent off all of my applications, gone through all of the choices and stuff, I think now, bloody hell, I need a haircut. I think now what's left to do is just read my personal statement and show you what I've actually written, because you've seen the process that I've been through to write this personal statement, going through the course, making all those alterations, and going through what's now 60 versions of the introduction, the main body, and the conclusion. To give you a kind of like a brief idea of what I was trying to get to, because I got to where I wanted to be, and maybe what you might want to get to be on a level that it's competitive for those top universities, if you know what I mean. Like, I've spoken to loads of advisors, been through all of that process, and come to a personal statement that they say is competitive for those universities. So now I'm basically just going to go through it, and then if you want me to make a video going in depth onto how I kind of came to this personal statement, and literally just like the ideas behind each paragraph, what I wanted to include, what you should include, and just a bit more advice, then just let me know in the comments and I'll try and make a video video on that. But then I've also got a full video on the entire UniRise course that's coming out when I've made it, so probably like next week. And yeah, I'll have links to all of the courses in the description below already if you want to go check them out. But I'll have a full video explaining exactly how it works, exactly how it's going to help next week, the week after, basically one of my next 2 videos. So yeah, to end this video off, I'm just going to read you the entire personal statement that I've now written. I'm also going to pop it up there. Okay, interning at Oxford Instruments, an international cryogenic engineering business, I was able to apply my understanding of material physics through 3D modelling, simulation and finite element analysis to analyse the potential deformation of materials enclosing a vacuum. This integration of knowledge and technical expertise to solve a real issue with an innovative system satisfied my inquisitive nature, opening my eyes to the engineering. The ability to apply new physical and mathematical concepts whilst working with the latest technologies has motivated me to study engineering at degree level. So that's the introduction, and everything that's in that. It's kind of short, it's snappy, it's given an introduction to why I've kind of fallen in love with engineering or shown my passion for it, and then how that situation or that experience has developed my motivation to study, basically. And then we go a bit deeper. So this is the main body of text. Determined to make the most of my time at Oxford Instruments and expand upon my practical knowledge of thermal physics and electromagnetism, I spoke with the lead design engineer. We discussed the need for ultra-low temperatures when utilising superconductivity to induce magnetic fields upwards of 14 Tesla and the complexity of the systems required to sustain such temperatures. While shadowing the central manufacturing engineer, this theoretical discussion was brought to life, and I was astounded by the speed of production. The parts I had previously modelled through ANSYS Space Claim were being produced and applied that same day. This efficiency was impressive and led to me attending Tesla's Battery Day to explore how such a rapidly growing company ensures optimal production. And now there, in that little bit, I kind of didn't have a backing or an experience to back it up, which is why I attended that Tesla Battery Day that you saw earlier in this video, but also kind of I was interested in Tesla stocks and really wanted to see how they were balancing it. But like, that's just a quick example of how you can get such like an extravagant experience to back up your ideas in such a small amount of time, if you get me. Next, their innovative approach, constructing new systems from the ground up whenever a problem arises, allows them to continually improve the efficiency of manufacturing, evident with their new high-speed, continuous motion 4680 assembly line. Claiming to soon be able to produce over 1 million fully autonomous electric vehicles from a single factory, Tesla embodies the sheer power of engineering and its ability to make positive global changes. At GCSE, I thoroughly enjoyed applying new concepts like the generator effect to explain how renewables like hydro produce power. At A-level, I was particularly intrigued by nuclear fusion and its potential to combat the climate crisis, though the syllabus failed to uncover how we aim to engineer a method of its exploitation. This led me to research initiatives like ITER. Well, there goes my pen. This led me to research initiatives like ITER and visit Diamond Light Source in order to better understand the engineering. Amazed by Tokamak's application of the superconducting systems I had explored at Oxford Instruments, I secured an internship at ITER to delve deeper into a now major career consideration. Further inspired by the TED Talk Let There Be Light, which aimed to raise awareness of fusion's potential, I met with the speaking physicist, Mark Henderson, to learn more about ITER's approach to constructing such a challenging system. We discussed the importance of being able to work well with others, to communicate information effectively, and to establish clear expectations, especially on a project of ITER's scale, but also on group projects in an academic setting. I believe I have developed these skills and will thrive in such a setting. For instance, running a campaign for the homeless that saw me speaking in front of hundreds of people not only led to my local council awarding me Young Citizen of the Year, but also improved both my leadership and communicative skills. And now I've got kind of like a brief paragraph on my extracurriculars. I haven't really had time or had enough characters to dive properly into them, but I've kind of chosen the 3 most significant ones that demand the most time, so it kind of shows that I can balance my time effectively. That's this. On top of my studies and exploring engineering, I run a YouTube channel with over 3.3 million impressions on self-development videos and work 2 jobs whilst also starting a clothing company. This demonstrates my ability to manage my time and remain focused, 2 critical characteristics for a degree in engineering. I recently wrote an entire project on a car's powertrain and am keen to learn more whilst competing in Formula Student at university. A great engineer, from what I have seen, is a powerful blend of technical, organisational and communicative skills. Through my experiences, I have forged a strong foundation for each and the passionate drive to match. I would love for the opportunity to make a positive impact both within your department and as a fully fledged engineer. Shit, my camera's about to die. But yeah, so that's like my personal statement. That is my personal statement. You can kind of see that rather than focusing on the skills as such and like all of the stuff that I do that makes me a good candidate, well, it really shows my passion for the subject and why I want to study it, but also subtly relates to the skills are needed. And now again, if you want to learn exactly how you can kind of pitch your UCAS personal statement to the top universities, check out the UniRise course in the link below. I'll have a full video on it, but also I'll have loads of tips and tricks and things that you can do to kind of help boost your personal statement. Now, I'm by no means saying that mine is the perfect personal statement. It's far from being the personal perfect statement, but through the iterations I've done, I've come a long way from where it was before, and in this video you kind of seen some of the progressions. But again, I'm going to make a full video on all of the progressions and exactly how and why I changed all of what I did. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe. I've got loads more videos on like a massive range of different subjects, so I'd appreciate a little subscribe, a little like if you can spare that, literally like 2 seconds, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.